Hello. This is the time of the year with this beautiful weather when many sporting events start to get underway. Before long it will be Wimbledon, and many schools hold their sports days in the coming weeks. I must admit I've never been very sporty and never really enjoyed sports days at school. However, for some people I know it's the highlight of their year. I heard recently about an event that happened at Westbury Junior School on Sports Day, which had a lasting impact on those who witnessed it. It was the time of the Year 6 Boys Sprint. This event essentially determines who is the fastest runner in the school. As the children took up their places at the starting line, a boy joins them from the complex needs resource base. That is, he has special needs. He takes up his lane and stands tall as he prepares to take his place. Everyone knows he's not the fastest runner in the school, but he's determined to take part. The whistle blows and off they set. He gets off to a good start, but it isn't long before the other boys are way ahead. As they approach the finish line, two of the boys turn round and return to the boy, take his hands and bring him together to the finish line, so they all finish together. As everyone watches what happens, they are spellbound. There's hardly a dry eye on the field. Now it was about that time that the school was reviewing their vision for the school, and as a Church of England school they had to find a Bible verse which would form part of their vision statement. Out of a short list of possible verses, and as a result of this event, they decide to go for a verse from Paul's second letter to Timothy, chapter 4. I have done my best in the race. I have done the distance. The reason they chose this was because of the understanding that school life is not all about winning. Everyone arrives at the school from a different place. They all have different needs and abilities, and at school they have every opportunity to learn new things and to be, as it's described, the best version of themselves that they can be. The event on the school field spoke volumes about how children are willing to go the extra mile for one another, how the fittest and fastest can support those with different needs and abilities. It also speaks of perseverance and the importance of resilience, of sticking with things even when they are difficult. If we look a bit more closely at Paul's letter to Timothy, we find that it was written by Paul when he was imprisoned for his faith. He was getting old and had appointed Timothy to continue with his mission to take the gospel of Jesus Christ out to all nations. He was handing on the baton of Christ's mission to his protege to continue. And so Timothy took this on in the power of the Spirit and under Paul's guidance. Despite Paul's incarceration, he is still able to continue teaching and instructing those who will come after him. I wonder how we deal with situations which are difficult for us. We all have them from time to time. How does our faith help us in such situations? It's easy to feel overcome and to be tempted to give up. But God calls us, like he did Paul, to keep going, to persevere in spite of our difficulties, and to find support from our brothers and sisters in Christ and from the example of Christ himself, who goes before us in all our joys and sufferings. I hope you enjoy these summer days and find hope and inspiration from God, who brings us joy and courage in the midst of our difficulties.